Hello, every meowie. It's the last Purr's day of the month because even though it's a Wednesday, it's Purr's day, of course. So it's time for Warrior Chats. I'm Taylor Felicity. I'm here with Melanie and Zay. We're millennials who didn't read the Warrior Cats books as kids, but we're reading them now to see how it changes us. Fallen Orchids, hello. Okay, hang on. I have a lot of stuff I have to say. Fallen Orchid, thank you for
squirrel spirit.
Squirrel Spirit? Ooh, that's a really good one. Okay. I have to say all this stuff, otherwise I'll forget. Fallen Orchids, thank you for the follow and the sub. Also, I believe, not to dox you, but I believe Fallen Orchids is Alder in the Discord server. But correct me if I'm wrong. Trainer of Eevees, also thank you for the follow. And then let me see, Mila canonically first in chat, even though they immediately left to go to their mother-in-law's birthday party. Wow.
Oh my God. What the hell?
Priorities fucked up on that one, I'll say. Mila also clocked in. Fallen Orchids also with the bits. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. And then for people who are watching a stream live for the first time, I do have some channel point redemptions. Those are, why is this happening? Okay. Those are things that are like little things that you can do if you get channel points, which accumulate when you watch the stream and also when you follow. You get, I think, like 300 channel points. And one of those things you can do is give yourself for the stream a warrior cat name, which we have been doing. Oh, mine is Pine Pelt this time.
Solid.
I saw Strongberry. Fallen Orchids is Alder. Okay, good. I'm glad I was right about that. What else? I saw another one. Tiger Knight, Squirrel Spirit for Melanie. These are good. We're getting good ones. Squirrel Spirit and Strongbear are awesome. I will warn you, Trainer of Eevees, some of them are bad. So
I mean, they've watched some of our streams. They know.
Yeah. Sometimes, basically, it's 2 text files I have of suffixes and prefixes. Most of them taken from the books. Also, some of them things that I've added, and some of them are stupid, stupid and bad. Okay, I shout out first followers and subs. Also, I will say, if you like the show, I don't normally do this, but it really helps other people find the show when you follow on Twitch and TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, tell your friends about the show, of course, especially on YouTube. Talking to people who aren't here right now and watching the YouTube VOD. If you're watching the VOD and you're not subscribed, why the hell not give a little click on that subscribe button? Because it'll help our videos reach more people. And if you like it, then do that. Which I only mentioned because, like, you know, you look at the the analytics for YouTube, and it's like 90% of your viewers aren't following on YouTube, and I'm like, come on, guys. Also, if you're not already following on TikTok, it would be really helpful for people watching here to follow on TikTok, which is the TikTok is Roll for Felicity. Because if I hit 1,000 followers, I can put a damn link in my bio, which I can't do unless I have 1,000 followers. So every video, people are like, where can I watch this? Where can I watch this? And I'm like, I have to type it out and you can't click the link. So anyway, that's my little shill for the stream.
Following will get you into SkyClan. So
that's what I
think that's cool.
Whoa,
it's part of the warrior code, actually.
Yeah.
You have to follow.
Late entry to the warrior code.
Yeah.
A very recent entry to the warrior code.
As we learned from this book, we can do that, actually.
That's true. We can change the warrior code to be whatever we want.
Make up the rules.
Yeah.
We also always start the streams with a little shout out to check out your local library. A lot of people like really underutilize their libraries. We always get our books from the library. So I have my copy of SkyClan's Destiny straight from my local library. And a lot of libraries, they don't even charge you late fees anymore, which is good because I still have not returned Tiger Star and Sasha. And they said, you need to return that, please. So I got to do that.
Because you love it so much. You really like that one.
I love it. I love the art of it so much and I need to keep it forever. Okay, I'm gonna speed through these. We always do a segment called TikTalk, which is where I go through comments on various things, TikTok, but also YouTube and some other things. And we had a TikTok where we did impressions of Tiger Star as Trump, and it really popped off on TikTok. In fact, some people watching right now may be here because of that video. So we had some people join the Discord, watch full episodes from there. So first of all, shout out. If you're here from TikTok, thank you so much for coming and watching the actual full thing, because that's great, and that's why I post clips, because I'm hoping maybe people check out the whole VOD or the whole stream. But with that being said, TikTok is going to be a little bit longer because we had some really good comments on a couple different videos. We had that video really popped off, but some other videos got more views just because that first video did so well. So the Trump video, Flea commented, "Trump Star was in the Dark Forest files," which
good.
I got a kick out of that one. And then Melanie, you said you saw one that was I saw this one too.
Kamala Harris isn't right for America Clan.
Yeah. Yeah. People had really funny comments on that one. I posted a clip of us talking about Crowpool, and Margaret, you'll be happy to hear this. I was getting cooked in the TikTok
comments. As you frankly should be.
People were like, "You dumb piece of shit." No, not literally.
Now I'm mad that they would call my friend that, but they should tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah, a lot of people have said I was wrong.
When people tell Taylor that she's wrong, she hears "you dumb piece of shit." That's the same in her brain.
That's true, and that's just my disability. It's called rejection sensitivity dysphoria. Okay, so never say
autism
I'm wrong. And some people who don't have autism.
Saying true things.
So if you hated on me, thanks for the engagement. Just putting that out there. I posted a clip of Margot being of two minds about Tiger Star's sudden death, and Hard-Boiled Legs commented, "It's so emblematic of how brutal that kind of lifestyle would be and how your life is cut short when you aren't following a code of honor." Which I thought was...
Or sometimes if you are, because cats die a lot.
That's true. But do they die 9 times all at once? Not usually.
Not most of them.
Trainer of Evie's just that I'm from TikTok and loved that video. I'm trying to get my wife to watch using Tiger Star in comparisons to the dictator in office. Great. Tell your wife to watch this.
Our viewership is going down now that Tiger Star is dead. We need him to come back.
Yeah. There was a thread of people in that comment that was just like, my wife, talking about this with their wife. And I was like, this is incredible. Show your wives.
Show us your wives. We want to see
the one show you can show your wife.
Show your wife our show. Watch it together while you eat dinner. We had a lot of really funny comments on a TikTok where we were complaining about Spotted Leaf's sweet scent and speculating. Oh, she's playing D&D. Okay, well, that's fair, actually. We were complaining about Spotted Leaf's sweet scent and speculating about what that could be. ShadyLox06 commented, "Cats can't even smell sweet things," which is a bombshell. I looked it up, and that's kind of true. And I was like, "Whoa, what are they smelling?" She says supernaturally.
What does sweet mean to them?
Yeah.
What if she smells like... I mean, what are cats drawn to scent-wise? What if she smells like fish or something?
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about it up top of this episode. We're talking about it.
Yeah, a lot of people said catnip or herbs. Someone said, I wonder if it's... Ghosting the World said, I wonder if it's similar to the calming pheromone you can buy for cats. Fallen Orchid said, "Does Spotted Leaf smell like weed?" Which I think someone on TikTok also said maybe she smells like weed. Jamie Crane said, "The funniest thing to me, which is my friend and I call her C. diff," which if people don't know, C. diff is a gastrointestinal illness you can get, and it makes your shit smell rank. It has a specific smell that nurses
Jesus.
and stuff talk about. It's I don't remember. It's something specific. A lot of times when you're in a hospital you get it. So that I thought was really, really funny. And then DWSB apologist commented, fun fact, because we're talking about what cats smell like. A lot of cats like Calvin Klein perfume. And then said, we used to spray it for our tigers.
That's so wild.
But then they said I was a zookeeper, so it's not as weird as it sounds. But I love to imagine just someone with pet tigers spraying them with Calvin Klein perfume. Okay, I'm gonna speed through the rest of these. On YouTube, Willow Tree WQ commented, it would have been awesome if StarClan did give medicine cats resilience to sickness, because that's something Melanie speculated about, like, probably, I don't know, 8 episodes ago. There are quite a few well-known medicine cats that have gotten ill from the very disease they are trying to cure. So
Yikes.
StarClan does not do that for you. Amy Osella 3219 said, please read Crooked Star's Promise if you want proof of a warrior cat's divorce.
Immediately made me want to read the book.
Yeah, we gotta read that one next. That one and there's a Tall Star one that people keep recommending.
But I
People
haven't looked
reread
up
that
to
one
see
a
if there would
lot.
be like
Yeah,
spoilers
Alder,
for
Fallen
that.
Orchid said that they've reread it a bunch of times. And I've heard gay, I think, something gay in that book, so maybe we
I
should read
think
it.
I have heard that.
Oh,
So-
actually, speaking of,
There's Yowie.
there's Yowie, there's Cat Yowie.
Yay!
Is that disorienting? To hear
It
your
is-
own voice say
It
gay.
is weird to hear your own voice
I
out of
was like,
nowhere.
I'm not seeing her mouth move. How?
I don't
Oh
even
yeah,
have-
if you like that one, maybe you'll like this one.
The ones who are incels are the heroes. I stand by what I said.
Put
Oh
those
my
on my
God.
soundboard.
That's incredible.
Okay, and then the last thing is just me bragging a little bit. Alder and Artemis in the Discord said that when they were watching the Sunset episode, which is the most recent one on YouTube, I made a prediction that was so shockingly accurate they each stopped what they were doing to react. But we won't find out for quite some time what that is, apparently, so I will just have to wait and see. But, I'm a prophet. What can I say?
They didn't realize that Taylor's favorite thing is being right.
It's
and
being
the
right.
gift that they gave you.
When I
Yeah.
saw that, I
Ugh.
ascended to StarClan. I love being right.
You get to be right twice now. And we can't even quibble over whether you're right or not for like a year.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
more.
I think I scrubbed through that episode to see what random shit I said. And there's like one thing that would be really funny if it was true, but there's one thing that I think is accurate. I mentioned something about cats giving each other surgery, and I said they like disinfect their claw with mud or something, and I was like, that would be really funny. But I think I know what it is, but I won't say, because maybe I'll be wrong, and then that'll be embarrassing. Anyway, that's a long TikTok segment, but we had a lot of really good comments. And I love when people comment on stuff, so I wanted to bring it to the table, so to speak. But with that, I think, Margot, over to you for the book recap.
Let's get right into it because this was a super edition. So there's a lot of stuff in this. I'm going to be honest, though, a lot of it is condensed because it's not plot relevant. So if I don't mention something in the recap that you two want to talk about, please bring it up. But anyway, yeah, this one was another one written by Cherith Baldry. I think we've read a lot of hers lately. This was published in 2010, so a few years ahead of where we are in the regular series, about 3 years after Firestar's Quest was published. But we jump back in shortly after Firestar's Quest. But of course, we get a prologue first. A prologue that gives us a look at the previous SkyClan at the moment of their loss against the Rats and the dissolution of their clan. Brackenheart declares that this is the leaf bear of their clan, but Greenleaf will come. Though with it, storms that SkyClan will need deeper roots to survive. Years later, Leafstar is also concerned by these storms, as she dreams of the gorge that is SkyClan's home being flooded by rainwater. In the waking world, though, things for SkyClan are going well. It's been months since Firestar helped them reform, and the clan has grown. In fact, the 3 kits born in the previous book have grown enough to be made warriors, being named Bouncefire, Rockshade, and Tiny Cloud. The latter is justifiably upset at her name, but Leafstar tells her she will do great things and her name will be remembered. I feel like maybe we could just give her a better name, but I'm not a leader, so whatever. Not everything is perfect for SkyClan, though. There's division between the fully devoted clan warriors and the daylight warriors, cats who go back to their two legs at night but help the clan in the day. Some in the clan question their commitment. That night, who should appear to Leaf Star but Spotted Leaf, because she's basically God, I guess. She talks to Leaf Star and is kind of a dick to her, then warns her that she has the hardest job of any leader, forming a clan from rogues and kitty pets. She then shows Leaf Star what we saw in the prologue, proving that the commitment to having a prologue in every book has truly run its course by now. In case this was not enough, SkyClan's Medicine Cat Echo Song also saw this vision and tells Leaf Star about it in the morning. This is where I made a note that please don't make me read this prophecy every 20 pages. It wasn't a whole lot better than that. Anyway, later that morning, Leaf Star catches two of her daylight warriors, MacGyver and Harvey Moon, goofing off, refusing to help and talking back to the deputy Sharpclaw. Despite their amazing names, she bans them from camp until the next full moon, telling them to decide by then if they truly want to be part of the clan. Before things can settle down from all this, Stick, Cora, Shorty, and Cole appear in camp. They met Firestar on his journey, and they came looking to learn more about clan life and how the cats operate. Leafstar lets them participate in training and spend the night, but she grows suspicious about their questions and motives. Rightly so, but we'll talk about that later. On patrol the next morning, the cats find a huge dump site of two-leg waste filled with rats, which makes Leafstar very nervous. They go back to the camp, and Leafstar gathers the senior warriors, with Sharpclaw letting Stick join too. Thankfully so, because Stick has experience with rats and comes up with a plan to deal with this group. Leafstar adds a new worry to her pile of them as her deputy Sharpclaw keeps talking over her and making decisions for them all, though she seems more worried right now about his lack of respect for Firestar. But Stick's plan and training prep are good, and a few days later, the SkyClan cats and their new loner friends massacre the rats in the dump. Things then calm down after this for a little while, and these loners hang around. Many of the clan cats wonder about their motives, but the kitty pets are curious and helpful. One day, Billy Storm, one of the daylight warriors, tells Leafstar he saw the patrol in the two-leg area composed of Stick, Sharpclaw, Mintpaw, and Rockshade. Clearly having been trained by Firestar, Leafstar ignores this for now. I'll talk about this later.
We're gonna talk about this.
We can't talk about it now because we have a few more moments of these. At the full moon, all of SkyClan gathers. Though they don't have other clans to meet with, they share their news with StarClan and have a chance to discuss plans and ideas. MacGyver and Harvey Moon return, renewed in their dedication to SkyClan. Afterward, Leafstar, Sharpclaw, and the clan's medicine cat Echo Song debate letting Frecklepaw, one of the daylight warriors, become Echo Song's apprentice. Sharpclaw is strongly against it, and Leafstar postpones the decision in hope of a sign from StarClan. A little bit later, Snookpaw falls in the river while gathering moss and nearly dies, but is rescued by Leafstar. Afterward, he chooses to go home to his two legs instead of recovering with the clan. Then, after at least a couple weeks with the kitty pet visitors, Leafstar asks Cora what made them leave their two-leg homes. But they get interrupted, and Leafstar doesn't follow up on this because we're not even halfway through the book yet. She does tell them they can stay with the clan if they want to, though. When they get back from patrol, Leafstar has to intervene in an argument about Frecklepaw helping Echo Song instead of her mentor, but still doesn't make a decision. She then notices Sharpclaw's patrol returning without any prey and smelling faintly of the Thunder Path, but declines to ask him about this. Deciding if her deputy was leaving the territory, he would surely tell her.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how I felt for a lot of this book. Instead, though, Sharpclaw asks if the visitors can be made full clan warriors. Leafstar agrees, and apparently there's no time like the present, and she immediately calls a clan meeting without even asking the visitors what they want. The ceremony is interrupted a few times, first by the visitors in complete surprise, and then to declare that they will not change their names, and then lastly by Harvey Moon appearing just in time to object. He and many other cats are upset that the visitors are being made full warriors without going through the whole training. Leafstar finally develops a backbone, though, and announces that her mind is made up. Only about half of the clan cheers the new warriors.
My mind is made up. No one wants this. So it for sure is happening.
Leafstar loves to die on a hill. Leafstar sometimes will just be like, I'm so angry, I have to, but it's always the worst one.
It's the weirdest hills.
I feel bad. I feel for her.
Decision.
This is the time. I'm fed up. I'm gonna do the most embarrassing thing ever. It's terrible.
Sorry, Margaret, please continue.
We have to interrupt at least once. That's just the...
You have to. But hey, good news. You still have plenty of time to do it again. There's a lot more of this book left. When she sleeps that night, Leafstar dreams of StarClan. And not just SkyClan's ancestors, but the StarClan of the forest as well. They're here to celebrate SkyClan's survival, and the mood is jovial, easing Leafstar's worries. In the morning, Billy Storm asked her to come along to Two Leg Place to check on Snookpaw, who has been locked up by his two legs ever since he nearly drowned. Snookpaw misses the clan, but doesn't really want to leave his people, and eventually his two legs return, and Leafstar and Billy Storm leave. Later that morning, Cherrytail takes Leafstar and a few other cats to see a loner they've been smelling at the edge of their territory. They approach with all the energy of Mormons going door to door, and he turns down their offer to join SkyClan. Real cult vibes.
It really...
It's should have pulled some quotes.
She's following in Firestar's footsteps, because when we read Firestar's quest, we were like, he seems so weird. Just like, hey guys, come to the woods. We follow StarClan, and you have to do certain things, and I'm gonna change your name. It's like really funny.
Hey, fellow teens, are you interested in communion and fellowship?
Let's live in this gorge. Hope there's nothing nefarious and evil peering at us through the dark hedges.
Yeah, same vibe. So this guy says no for now. Anyway, at Ebony Claw's suggestion, Leafstar takes Shrewtooth out for a hunt to check in on him. But when they come across the two-leg place where Petalnose and her kits had been kept last book, he has a massive panic attack and has to be taken back to the camp. It turns out he had been kept there as well and felt ashamed of it. Petalnose and Sharpclaw declare this two-leg an enemy of the clan and talk Leafstar into doing something about it. They gather the clan and begin brainstorming ways to hurt the two-leg, but Cora dashes my hope of cat murder by telling them they'll only get themselves killed that way. So Stick suggests scaring him, and Sharpclaw announces a plan, which is apparently piling a bunch of brambles on his doorstep and then howling and clawing at his door until he comes outside and steps in thorns. They lure his dog into chasing them into the woods and getting scratched up and then yell at them a bunch. To be fair, this would be a bewildering and horrifying experience as a human person.
I mean, it would be really scary.
It's a bad plan. It does work.
It works because they're cats. Like, really, it only works because humans don't really think cats could do this. But it is really funny.
Terrifying. Later, though, the Daylight Warriors are upset at being left out, and the divisions in the clan become clear when Sharpclaw criticizes them and insinuates that they don't follow the warrior code. But things have to simmer a while longer because we have a third of the book left. A few days later, with Snookpaw returned, but clearly not recovered, some of the cats head out on a training patrol. While the others are busy, Leafstar and Billy Storm admit their feelings for each other, but are interrupted just after by the loner from before having changed his mind. To what I'm sure is Melanie's great delight, Egg joins SkyClan. He even keeps his name as he becomes apprentice to Sharpclaw.
Do we think he named himself? Because, like, he's not owned by a two-leg.
Yeah, but cats do name their kits, so probably his parents named them. Or maybe not.
Imagine naming your kid Egg.
Imagine naming your kid Stick. All these cats have insane names.
I assumed at least some of them had been kept by people before.
Yeah.
Some, yeah.
Melanie, is this a cat that you previously had? And you named your cat Egg and then it escaped and joined?
Oh no.
Made it all the way to England.
I do name all my cats after food, so yeah. Probably.
It's funny because when I saw that name, the first thing I thought was, oh my gosh, Melanie will love this. For people who are newer to the streams, there's like a lot of lore about Melanie loving eggs and perhaps having some sort of like fetish for eggs.
No.
Wow, Mel, that did not deny it at all.
Your face just turned so red.
I don't. That's
my new webcam. That's why it looks red. It's got the
Shut up, man.
But also, I remember like a couple episodes ago, I added egg as a prefix to the word thing because
Right.
Melanie loves eggs, and someone got it, and their name was, I think it was Call Me Z's name was Egg Cat. And then I was like, that's kind of what this character's name is.
Basically.
Fallen Arc gets a twig. You're never gonna believe what name appears in Arc 6. I'm excited. I'm excited to see Egg again.
We have so many books to go, and the names
Yeah.
have already reached incredibly insane levels.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not done with Egg.
Yeah.
Because on patrol that afternoon, Egg reveals that there was a fox set near his den, and Sharpclaw told him he would be safer with the clan, even though Sharpclaw knew the fox scent was old and leading away from the area. Egg is happy to be part of the clan, but Leafstar is upset at the deception. Later, Echo Song confronts Leafstar about her still needing an apprentice, and also how close the leader is getting to Billy Storm. Leafstar wants him to be her mate, but Echo Song warns her that her path as leader is one she must walk alone. Leafstar takes this to heart and pushes Billy Storm away, avoiding him for a few days. That is until the clan discovers an injured two-legged kid who fell into the gorge. Feeling sympathetic, the cats create a trail out of the items from her backpack, and Snookpaw shows them which house is hers, so that the cats can lead the kid's parents to the gorge. This really isn't relevant to much, but holy shit, was I just enraptured and laughing throughout these 2 chapters. Because of his bravery, though, Leafstar decides Snookpaw is now a warrior and gives him the name Snookthorn. But he immediately says he can't keep living 2 lives and chooses to be a kitty pet full time. Leafstar might want to start checking in with people. Finally, that night, Leafstar wakes up from a bad dream to see Sharpclaw and Stick leading a patrol of cats out of the gorge. She follows them to the two-leg place and watches them train for a while before confronting them. She learns they've been doing this for a while, with most, if not all, of the warriors participating in shifts. Sharpclaw simply says he wanted to be prepared and didn't tell her because she was busy. But finally, Stick tells her it was his idea because his group of cats came to the clan for help. This part, I didn't take great notes on all of these little flashbacks, so if I get something wrong, please correct me here. I also may not have caught that they were flashbacks immediately, so the first one was a little confusing. Anyway, during the book, we've been getting occasional short flashbacks to Stick's life shortly before coming to the gorge. The gist of it all is that Stick, the other cats that came with him, and a few other cats were living in a two-leg place until a rogue named Dodge came along with his evil henchmen and started extorting them all for food. Dodge's cronies Misha and Skipper go so far as to hurt or kill two-leg pets and frame uncooperative cats to get them taken away. Stick is distrustful, mean, and borderline abusive to his daughter Red when she reveals she's spending time with Harley, one of the cats hanging around Dodge's camp. Stick is so angry he almost attacks her with claws out at this news. Eventually, this situation gets to be too much, and Shorty reminds him of Firestar and his adventure, leading to them eventually finding and staying with SkyClan. In the present, Stick asks Leafstar for their help, and she says she'll think about it. But the next day, a patrol stumbles into a swarm of bees, and Echo Song takes this as a sign from StarClan that there's a battle that needs fought outside the clan before it brings trouble to them. Don't ask me how she read the omen that way. I don't get it either. Anyway, it's enough for Leafstar to finally make a goddamn decision about something. A day later, Leafstar forms a large group of cats to go deal with Dodge. It's almost entirely warriors, with the exception of Egg, who begs to come along to prove himself. After a few days of traveling, they arrive at the two-leg place where Stick and his friends lived, and they're barely able to hold Stick back long enough to rest for a night and make a plan to attack. When they do, there are a lot of cats living with Dodge, but the two-leg place cats attack them all with abandon. It's a rough fight, and Leafstar begins to doubt her decision when she and Rockshade have to stop Cora and Shorty from attacking a mother and her kits. And then, as Leafstar is carrying one of the kits to safety, she's attacked by one of Dodge's fighters, and with a bite to the neck, Leafstar loses her first life. In her moment of limbo before returning, Leafstar talks to Spotted Leaf and StarClan, who tell her she's made the right decision and can help all the cats here. But the battle now is centered on Dodge and Stick, who are scrapping fiercely. Until Red and Harley arrive, and it becomes clear this battle is about Stick feeling like his daughter was taken from him. Red tried to tell him this was her choice, but he still blames Harley and leaps to attack him. Red moves in to protect the cat she loves, and Stick's claws tear her throat out. Red bleeds out and dies. The battle is over after that, with all the fight having left Stick. Leaf Star decides that she's done enough here, tells the cats to stop fighting and share, or she'll be back, and leaves. Then on the way home, Leaf Star and Sharpclaw finally talk, with the former asserting that she's the leader and what she says goes, and the latter almost surprisingly agreeing. Sharpclaw tells her that he challenged her so much to make sure that she's strong in her convictions, but that he believes in her as a leader. Why he kept things from her is not discussed, but Leaf Star still feels better about her role and begins making changes to SkyClan's warrior code, setting up a clan more friendly to outsiders and kitty pets, but not taking unnecessary risks. And one final decision, that her clan is strong enough for her to take a mate, and she and Billy Storm go for a walk together.
One final decision. She gon' fuck.
The best decision she made.
I'm the leader of this clan. And I get to get laid, actually.
I get to fuck the hottest cat in the clan, okay?
He does have a good
hey.
voice.
He's the hottest living cat in the clan, but I think Spotted Leaf is officially part of the clan because she's around that much, and we do know that canonically Spotted Leaf is the sexiest cat to exist.
Yeah, he's the hottest living cat. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Melanie, what are your purr, sniff, and hiss?
Okay, I don't have a second monitor, so I have to pull it up on my phone. My purr for this for SkyClan's Destiny. There's so many big things that happen in this one. It makes sense that it's so long because so many huge things happen, whether they're plot relevant or not. But my favorite one was when they all teamed up to teach the abusive two-leg a lesson. I think that's so, and like it's one of the things that we sort of predicted was going to happen at some point, that the cats were going to get together and like go after two legs. And
yeah,
this is
so close to cat murder, to killing
so close.
So close.
So
I
close.
still hold hope.
It means that it's possible.
Yeah.
It means that there's a chance.
This was published in 2010. There's 16 more years where they had to step up the game. They had to up the ante.
They have to
has
escalate.
To be death.
Yes. So I loved that. Shrewtooth was so shaken, and it was just really cool to hear his, like, you get to hear his whole disposition change once he knows that he is safe in their territory now. It was very cute. Sniff, this book is so pro kitty pet, which I found very interesting. The concept of the Daylight Warriors I found very cool, which is like, is that going to happen in like the other books? Probably not, but it would be nice. It'd be nice if they did something like that. This is also the first time we get to see the warrior code get added to, which I'm curious of when the next time that will be, if at all. They must. They simply must be changes. My hiss is, I think that lethal slash across Red's throat was entirely avoidable. Like, it's a very dramatic moment, and she really lives up to her name in that moment. But,
oh my God.
like, damn, like, she didn't need to be jumping in front and like it line up with her throat. Like, it was unnecessary, but I understand the drama of it all. So, and that's what I got.
Yeah, my purr is, I'm going to talk about this more later because I didn't want to take up a ton of time with my purr, but there was like a lot of gender like politics in this book, and for the most part I liked it. I did have some qualms about it. But I really liked having a female leader main character because I felt like it gave space to explore some of that stuff. The stuff with Stick and Red was really intriguing to me, although I think it was not as developed as it could have been. I think that it would have been nice, since we had like occasional chapters from Stick's perspective, it would have been nice to have like an epilogue or something that was like him being like, I can't believe I killed my daughter, like something. But it kind of, as Margot often points us out in these books, like the last like 10 pages are like everything happens, and then it's just not really it's just kind of everything happens
460
really
pages, and you had to put all of the climax in the last 20.
Yeah. So my sniff, I do think SkyClan is in some of the other books. I do really like SkyClan. I think it's interesting, the themes of SkyClan interacting with the humans. I think, Margot, you mentioned that they were changing the code to be more inclusive of outsiders, but I also felt like they were changing the code to be more in, like, not exactly community, but more involved with Two Legs in an interesting way that makes sense, because the Two Legs are their main thing they're competing for resources with, I guess, or like that are causing them problems. They don't have other clans around them, like
Right.
the forest cats, or the lake cats, I should say. I will be excited if they turn up in the main series at some point, even if it's a small role. I don't know if they do or not, but it would be cool if they show up. Hiss? I did not like that ultimately the book concluded Sharpclaw is a good, loyal deputy,
Yes.
just making sure Leaf Star is being a good leader because he was undermining her.
Yes.
Like there's
The
a
entire
difference.
time.
There's a difference between challenging someone, to think a good deputy should do, talking to them in private and saying like, hey, you're doing this thing, I don't know if that's a good idea, here are my opinions, blah blah blah. He was a piece of shit. He was the worst deputy that's been in the books so far, in my opinion.
He lies to her constantly.
He lies to her constantly, and then he's like, well, I was just testing you. And I was like, okay.
The lesson from StarClan of being like, the main lesson here is stop doubting your deputy so much. You just gotta learn to trust your deputy who's lying to you.
Who's a huge misogynist. He's so misogynistic. And I think that could have been something really interesting to explore. But then at the end of the book, Cloudstar, also a man, by the way, says, you need to trust your deputy. Okay, if I was Leaf Star, I would have strangled Cloudstar and sent him straight to the Dark Forest. That made me so angry. So that's my I don't think books always have to have like, oh, this is the moral or whatever, but it really did feel like this book was saying, no, this is the moral for this book. And she needed to trust him.
Silly woman leader.
Yeah. And I've been in what I'll talk about it later, but yeah, it pissed me off. Zay, what are your person of his?
Purr, I really like getting a mostly new set of cats and interpersonal conflicts. It was just felt fresh in a way we haven't had in a while. And I did really like seeing a different way of doing things than the forest/lake cats. I liked that fleshing out of the world and not just assuming, oh, all cats do it this way, or like all cats, trained by Firestar would do it this way. They actually adapt to the worlds around them to do it different. And it's not portrayed as worse, it's just different. A little more nuanced, I feel like we usually see. My Sniff, I'm curious to see if SkyClan shows up again. I really do think that they do. They get mentioned enough. It show up in enough places that I feel like they'll be relevant somewhere. I am very curious to see how the Daylight Warrior thing turns out long term. Though I suspect that the answer is good because it was the protagonist's idea. I don't. And honestly, I don't want them to undermine Leaf Star again.
She's a she-cat, so the Daylight Warriors kill the whole clan because she had a bad idea.
No, listen to a she-cat.
Also, as a she-cat, like, she can't have kits, even though male leaders can, but she would be distracted and actually very vulnerable. And if she's on her period, how can they even rely on her? If she's in heat, like, how can they really, like, trust her choices?
Well, that's kind of true for cats, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
That is a little bit true.
Actually, yeah.
Cats in heat, they are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part wouldn't be so bad. But also, it is really wild. Where does Echo Song even come up with, like, you can't have a mate? I know the one cat who taught us all these rules, he did.
He was with his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had kids. They fucked on that trip.
Yeah.
They got pregnant while they were hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that is not my hiss. They're not my only hiss. My hiss is that I know it's her character arc, but my God, is Leaf Star so passive for the entire book. I like her. I wanted to root for her, and I spent the entire book just being like, make a fucking decision. Just one, for God's sake. And then when she does, it's like the worst possible decision she could make. But she I cut a lot of it out of the book. There are so many things where people are like, this is causing so much tension in the clan. We need to do something. And she's like, let's wait and see.
Yeah.
Isn't that even-handed of me? Aren't I a good leader?
Aren't I a good leader? I didn't say yes to either of them. I let this problem fester.
If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice, Leaf Star.
Well,
Only for the very end, she's like, actually, I'm laying down the law and everything now.
I'm laying down the law and I'm getting laid.
Yeah, and then I'm laying down.
I'm laying down the paw on Billy Storm.
Yeah, anyway, it's just a frustrating experience, a viewpoint to be in. For
Yeah,
400 pages.
that
Yes.
was, I think, your most angry recap that you've had so far.
It didn't help that Spotted Leaf showed up in chapter 3.
Yes.
Genuinely, my note for that is fucking hell, we can't get away from Spotted Leaf here. Chapter fucking 3. I was
My note was Spotted Leaf, please get the fuck out. Please. She's literally, from the jump, jealous about Firestar having kids. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna absolutely hurl. It also, like, I can't remember which video it was, but it was pointed out to us that when she met Firestar initially, when he first came to ThunderClan, like the age difference between the two of them.
I calculated that. Did we not talk about this?
I don't know if we did. I don't think we did it on stream. I think we might have talked about it outside of the stream.
I calculated it because Firestar, I think I looked at it, I believe she's 5. Spotted Leaf is 5 when she dies, and Firestar comes to them. He's still like an apprentice when she dies. He's at that point like 7 months old. He's at best a teenager.
And she's like, I'm obsessed. We're in love.
Yeah, again, going back, it makes perfect sense for him to have this like huge crush on her and her to like tolerate or find it cute. The whole like I was obsessed with him and I was deeply in love with this apprentice I had known for a month is gross.
Yeah, maybe she like, it seems like there's not that much to do in StarClan, so maybe she wasn't in love with him when she was alive, but then she's just like watching him so much, and like she's like the guardian angel who fell in love with him when he got older.
That's a more generous read than I was going to give it. I thought maybe she just wanted to insert herself back into the relevance. So she was like, oh no, this guy who's so important, I did love him from the start.
Yeah.
Actually really love him.
I wish they wouldn't have added that. Like, that came so out of nowhere in Firestar's quest when she's like, if it could have been different. And I was like, what?
Oh, fuck.
This is
I
new.
so would have had sex with that kid.
Oh, yay.
Bad Spotted Leaf. It's a bad look.
Yep.
Spotted Leaf, don't do that. Your cats were willing to forgive a little bit. The age stuff kind of is weird, but that's...
I'm not going to calculate it too much, but he was a kid.
He was a kid, and you were fully old enough. Ugh.
Speaking of Spotted Leaf, though, we do find out from this book that the sweet scent that she has is herbs. Where they're talking about like a different medicine cat, and they're like, the sweet scent of herbs is how they describe the medicine cat. So it's like, okay, all medicine cats just smell sweet then, have a distinct sweet smell. But then I was like, does Running Nose have a sweet smell?
Well,
and they just don't talk about it because he's a dude, or what's up?
And we know Mothwing has at times a rancid smell.
Yeah.
Covered in mouse bile.
Our favorite she-cat failure.
I wish she was in this. Okay, I have a soapbox I want to get on.
Please.
Okay.
I'm sliding over the soapbox.
Thank you. Okay, so the gender stuff I obviously talked about it a little bit already. One thing, I couldn't tell if Red was Stick's daughter or love interest the first few chapters.
Right.
Up until they specifically say she's his daughter and Velvet is her mother. I also, but this isn't really a gender thing, but I really liked how gritty and almost like noir those chapters were. And I wrote Stick should be played by Marlon Brando.
Oh.
Like a young Marlon Brando.
Yeah, good.
It was really tragic how his feeling of ownership over the women in his life led to him killing his daughter. And like I said, I wish that would have been like explored a little bit more, like his feelings about it or like the horror of that moment, because it was kind of just like, and then Leaf Star was like, and that's what happens when you don't follow
Yeah.
where you're gonna kill
They
your
literally-
daughter.
They literally say, like, hasn't he suffered enough? He killed
Which-
his own daughter, and hasn't he suffered enough
That is
right now
pretty
because of that?
sufferable. And Melanie, okay, so Melanie, you were talking about like the stuff with like, oh, the sheet cats, like they can't be leaders and have kids and all this different stuff. And I think if these books were for a slightly older demographic, I do think medicine cats would have like birth control and like abortion herbs. Like if these books were like for teenagers, because a lot of fantasy novels have that, where they're like, drink this tea. And I know we've had like some mixed feelings on how female warriors are treated with regards to childbirth, but this book really had me thinking like childbirth and being pregnant is incredibly physically taxing. And the fact that queens get maternity leave, I think is good. Like that's a generous way to look at it, is like they're getting maternity leave. Cats die in childbirth. I mean, humans die in childbirth. It's pretty, I don't want to say horrible, but it is very physically taxing.
But they got lives to spare, though. So that's like they're most equipped to have kids.
That's true. That's actually true. I think these books do show the struggles that women and other people who can have children have to deal with when they don't have access to birth control. And I think those things are presented in a way that a child can understand and connect with when they're older and learning more about sex and contraception and what you give up to have a kid. Like the bottom line is, in human lives and in cat lives, it is more physically taxing and taxing in a lot of ways for people who have children to have children than it is for their partners. So I know they can't get into it like that much, but I thought that was something that like I could imagine reading these books as a kid and kind of feeling those things, and then as an adult being like, oh yeah, like people who can have kids, things are different for them, and approaching that and like talking about that in a child-friendly way, I think is I don't know, cool. I don't know what either of your thoughts on that kind of aspect of this is.
I wish they would have like gone about it that way. Like if they could have like talked about it being like, oh no, it's more dangerous because we can't risk that. Like, I don't know. I don't think that that's true. Like with them having the extra lives, like I just pointed out, like they should be having most of the kids.
I think
actually,
it's more about them because they have to like have time to recover and like nurse the kids. I think is what they say in this book, at least, not necessarily that she'll die. But
right, but is from the very beginning, the way that like these clans are set up is that like the mom doesn't necessarily take care of their kids. It's like a communal thing. Like in the very first book, what it was that there's the maternity and like, oh yeah, the mom doesn't necessarily stay. Like
I don't think
the dad does not.
Yeah.
And early on, they were like, you don't even have to say who the father is. The father is not always involved. It's a communal thing, but the mother almost always is for the early part, up until their apprentice.
I mean, like it's not that the mom isn't involved at all. I'm just like they communally like will like nurse each other's like kids and stuff. I believe in the first like book.
I don't think they do.
I think only in cases of emergency.
I think kids who don't have, like, if their mom dies, I think other queens nurse them. Oh, but Fallen Orchids is saying they do, so maybe I'm remembering it correctly. I only remember that happening. There was like a kid who didn't have like a parent or something that gets nursed, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought, because I remember I was talking about the queens being in the nursery.
So, it wasn't all of the queens though. It was like it would be like one queen like that would like they would do shifts, I believe.
Ashfur's mom nurses Cloud. Oh yeah, that's right. Ashfur's mom nurses Cloud Kit because Cloud Kit doesn't have a parent.
Right.
They do, especially when the mom dies when a queen is low on milk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There are a number of cases, I think, when they were leaving the forest where one of the queens was not able to nurse, so they would have another queen do it. But in general,
Yeah,
Sure.
I took
The mom
that
But
as
was
my
like the
point is
exception
that
rule.
if the leader of the clan had kids and needed
Mm.
to go back to doing other things and couldn't full-time look after her kittens, probably someone else could.
Yeah, that's true. So Trainer Vivi said, yes, I'm trying so hard not to spoil, but yes, later arc. So it does happen more later. That makes sense.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
The
Well,
other little soapbox I want to just talk about because I don't want to run out of time and I'm being selfish. Is also Sharpclaw being the worst deputy, a huge misogynist. There's a part where Leaf Star is talking to him towards the end, and this line like broke my heart. Of Leaf Star in like the narration is she heard her voice going shrill and forced herself to lower it. And I've been a woman in so many different types of leadership positions, and that is such like they said something about like Sharpclaw was very calmly explaining himself as if she was like a mouse who didn't understand. And I was like, oh my God, I've had that happen so many times where I'm in an objective position of leadership. And because I'm like a GM for like tabletop RPGs, and that happens sometimes. I have done like political stuff where I've been like a leader and have had that happen of like I'm leading a meeting and somebody like directly contradicts me. I used to direct like short films, and I had oh my gosh, I had so many times in college where guys on my crew would just be like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, this is not you wouldn't say that to a man. You simply wouldn't do that to a man. Yeah. And I know that because I'm seeing you interacting with the men in other projects and you're not doing that with them. So like, and Sharpclaw also, like, Leaf Star tells her warriors not to kill, and Stick challenges her and only grows silent when Sharpclaw describes the terrain near Dodge's house. It's so, oh yeah, I've also been a manager. I've been an assistant manager in a retail job, and that's also happened to me. I'm a woman who's often in leadership, and like, it's so frustrating. And so reading this book, I was like, oh my God, this is so familiar to me.
Yeah. The way that you're undercut for getting emotional about something, when it's like, it makes sense for a person to get emotional in the situation. That is just the logical thing to do. But to be undercut because you are too shrill, yeah. Very relatable.
Well written, very well written.
Yeah.
But
no, those parts were really good.
Made me so angry that I was like, I have to put this book down.
And the lesson is, actually, she was shrill. Actually, she was a shrill bitch, actually.
She needed to get laid.
Better.
That pissed me off so
was it Fallen Orchids who said she just needed to smile more?
Oh my God. Imagine a cat smile. I guess the Cheshire Cat. We don't have to imagine it. It's been in movies.
You're right.
Anyway, okay. Those are the big things that I was like, I physically have to talk about these things or I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, you're so right. The everything with Sharpclaw was so frustrating. I was so frustrated by the end of that book, and they're hand waving away the idea that he was actually he's making her better. Like, he lies to her, he keeps things from her, he overrides her constantly. Like, she'll say something and then he speaks over her with a disagreeing opinion and gets the other cats to follow him, and then was like, oh no, I was just pushing you. No, he undercuts her constantly.
Doesn't wait for her to make a decision, but he makes one, and she's just like, excuse me?
I love the idea of a relationship like that, where he disagrees with a lot that she does, but respects her and will cause that friction to, force them to clarify things. But that's not what happens in this book.
No, I think he made me more angry than I think any villain in any of the other books. Like, obviously some of the other villains did worse things, but the fact that he's not even really considered a villain, and I was like, it was infuriating. It made me so mad.
It's never brought up that he lies to her and the rest of the clan, and she does the thing that these books do, which is be like, I'm gonna decide not to tell everybody this thing that I know, this terrible thing that he's done.
But also, he takes like every warrior on these training shifts in the two-leg place, and not one of them is ever like, oh yeah, last night when we were training.
Except Billy Storm. He's the only, I mean, he doesn't go out training, but he's the only one who brings it up and she doesn't believe him.
Right. And I cut pieces out of the recap for anybody who hasn't read the book or hasn't read it in a while. It's like 3 or 4 times where he's like, hey, they're doing this, and she's like, nah, I don't think so, actually. It doesn't make sense.
Billy Storm is such an ally, and she just doesn't she doesn't appreciate it.
That's what makes him hot.
He would have a motorcycle, I think.
Jesus.
Billy Storm.
I think Harley would have a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Harley. Yeah. Not even for the pun with his name. He just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy Storm would have a motorcycle, but it would be like it would be a nice model, and he would like actually wear protective gear and a helmet.
Which is important to do, by the way. If you are in China and you ride a motorcycle, wear a helmet. and other stuff as well, because you will straight up die. Sorry to bring the mood down, but you'll die.
Yeah. It's not good. Speaking of Billy Storm, how early did you all pick up that Leaf Star was related to him? Because I didn't catch it for some reason.
I didn't realize he was in the book until over half the way through it.
Thank you,
Melanie.
I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Billy Storm? What a bad name. This is the thing that we're going to disagree on, Taylor.
He's mentioned. Well, Billy Storm, I think, is a fun name. I don't think it's like the best name. Billy Storm, Melanie is introduced, I think, like in the first chapter, maybe like page 10.
I'm Bobby River.
The first chapter that takes place, I think, in Leaf Star's perspective. No, the second chapter, chapter 2. Billy Storm shows up, and I think Leaf Star is like, he's the best warrior in the whole clan, even though he's a kitty pet. And I was like, okay, clocked.
While we're talking about names, can we talk about the names real quick?
Yes, let's. We have a lot. I left this all for you.
Thank you. I mean, please, I did not write them all down, but when we start off and they're talking about SkyClan names, some of the ones that were just like so good. We got Spider Star, we got Honeyleaf, we got Sunpelt, Fallen Snow, we got Egg. Really good names.
Spider Star, I would not like to be my name, but
I think it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. This star, it's got 8 points, baby. Negative, and Bounce Fire.
Bounce Fire is bad.
Bounce Fire is the stupidest name I've ever heard.
It's so bad, I kind of like it. It felt like one of the cats from Clan Gen, where I would just be like, this isn't... What does this mean?
Yeah.
It's just so close to being good, it makes me mad. Like, it could be, like, Pounce Fire. That would make sense for a cat, but Bounce...
Because Bounce Kit was so cute, and I was so excited to see what it was going to be, and then it was Bounce Fire, which I was like, okay, fire doesn't bounce. You just named him after Firestar. Yeah. I don't know. I sorry, Fallen Orchids, but I also am not a. Whoa! Chat is rebelling against us.
Whoa!
Oh no!
It's not a good name.
Sorry.
Listen, what is bouncing in clan life? Like, what do they see? What do they observe that bounces?
Rabbits. Frogs.
Well, that's hopping.
Frogs. Rubber balls.
They bounce. Like, the cats will bounce.
Yeah. I think it's like they're like doing this. Like, they're bouncing.
Okay.
Like I think they do describe kids as bouncing. Yeah.
Yeah, bouncing baby boys. Rockshade I also thought was pretty lame, although I do think he is a very good warrior at the end when he's saving the kits. And also Tiny Cloud is cute, but it is not good. It is just objectively not a good name.
I like Tiny Cloud.
Pick a different name for her.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. Okay, this is leading into when I'm talking about Leaf Star maybe not being a good leader. She's bad at picking names. So much so that we've never seen interruptions during like a warrior ceremony before. Yeah. And we see it happen twice where she's like, and your name is this. And they're like, actually, I don't want that to be my name.
I think I want to do that.
I think she picked good names. I think they just, one of them was Egg Paw, which she didn't really pick Paw. Yeah. That's just what it is.
She didn't, but you could, again, just rename him.
Yeah, but Egg is good. I like what would we want it to be? Egg, Egg fire. That could be good.
Egg dance.
Egg dance. Egg crack. Egg nest.
Egg
claw.
storm.
Egg storm. Whoa.
Egg heart.
Egg gather. Egg heart is really funny. Egbert.
Yeah.
I also liked lichen fur, wasp whisper, and fallow fern. Those are all great
Wasp
names.
whisper.
Eggshell. Yeah, that's true. Eggshell would have been good.
That's so cute. So, you win some, you lose some. I think there's some good names, some really good names, and some that I just like didn't agree with.
Speaking of names, one of my favorite from early on is Snookpaw. In his first appearance, he's referred to as Snooky Paw, and someone, I forget who it is, someone says it, and someone corrects the other person, the other cat, with, oh, he prefers Snookpaw. He thinks it sounds less silly. And
Which
I
is
was
true.
like, it's true, but it's not much of an improvement. Just pick a new name. It's still not the name that your two legs are calling you. Just pick something different.
In my notes, I didn't put them in the notes here, but I was like, what's a snook? Is this because it's British and they have snooker? Like, is Snook something specific?
I think it was
his name is Snooky.
Yeah, I think his name was just Snooky because it was like Billy Storm was obviously his owners called him Billy, and like Harvey Moon, which is so funny that Leaf Star was like, I don't really know what the first part is. We'll just stick something natural at the end.
Harvey Moon.
Which I wish Firestar would have done, because one of the cats was Boris originally, and it would have been really funny to be like Boris Moss or something.
Boris Claw.
Boris Moss.
Yeah.
Oh, I
love that MacGyver doesn't get a different. He's just like, I can't fix that.
They don't say anything about it.
It's just MacGyver.
I love MacGyver, and it is never said anything like this, but I'm picturing in my head that he's going back to his kitty place home, and he's like fashioning bombs and stuff out of like paper
that
clips.
cat has a mullet.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I wish they would have had MacGyver like make little things out of other things instead of just be kind of a shithead. Because he's one of the ones that gets banished, right?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
He comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah. They decide to come back. I'm realizing that I didn't say in my notes when we were talking about Spotted Leaf, but I just want to circle back real quick. Mm-hmm. Leaf Star, at one point, it said that she's drinking in Spotted Leaf's sweet scent. And I was like, I'm going to turn evil. I'm going to...
Every time Spotted Leaf shows up, she's a dick in this book.
Yeah.
She's an unhelpful asshole.
She's angry because her lover had babies and she's dead. So
wouldn't you be mad?
Out of shape about it.
Can someone be your lover if you've never even like kissed?
Again, a child that you thought.
A child that you've never kissed.
I think if we take the child part out of it, yes, I do think you could be a lover and never have kissed. But I don't think it should be a child. I'm gonna take the brave stance.
You know what? I'm gonna join you on that stance.
It's taken 17
and Margo?
episodes, and I'm glad that as a podcast,
Margo, will you agree?
I completely agree. What I'm saying is I'm glad as a podcast, it's only taken us 17 episodes to take a strong stance against pedophilia.
We really should have sooner. You know what? And we apologize.
Really
whether
sorry.
It's humans or cats, it's all wrong.
It's true. It's true.
That's true. Incest, we kind of are on the fence about. but pedophilia, we're strongly against.
When Blue Star shows up with her sister and with White Storm, I was like, there he is. There's our guy. Our forbidden couple.
Yikes.
I'm kidding, everybody. Also, speaking of that, though, the warrior code stuff, Blue Star can traverse the skies now? Are there no rules? They just show up?
Melanie, pay attention. It was a special night. It was a special night.
So it's a special night, so we can just do whatever we want. Just because it's a special night.
The rules don't matter anymore.
We can just do that the whole entire time, but it's a special night.
They couldn't do it the entire time. They said we can't always do this. We can only do it tonight.
Whatever.
They said.
Whatever.
I think, does Blue Star show up other than that?
No, wait. I don't think so.
Why did she get to show up that time? It's not even relevant to anything. She just shows up because they wanted to put her in. Also, really ballsy of like, some of the cats from because some of the older SkyClan cats show up too, I think, at one point, and it's really ballsy to be like, stay. No hard feelings about pushing you guys out of the forest and completely wrecking your clan for decades, right?
Whoa, absolutely.
I'm glad to see you guys are doing well.
Jesus Christ. I thought I feel like I whited out at that point listening to them show up. I was like, this is so. Why are you here? Leaf Star never met Blue Star. Like, why would she show up and be like, this is my sister and nephew? You don't know them, but they know Firestar, and you love Firestar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
everybody loves Firestar.
Well, specifically, Leaf Star loves Firestar and never wants to stop talking about him. Oh, this would not pass the Bechdel test with how often we're talking about Firestar. We need to bring him up often and be like, well, that's when Firestar was here. This is how he did things. Leaf Star, figure out how you do things, actually.
Yeah. Between that and her talking about Billy Storm, I wonder. It probably does, because I think she does talk to some of the cats about other stuff. But yeah, she does talk about boy cats a lot.
Yeah, she sure does.
Well, I guess it wouldn't pass the Bechdel test because there's no women talking to other women, right? They're cats. Yeah.
Other warrior code stuff.
Yeah.
So at the beginning, when what's his name, Sagepaw falls from that cliff, there is a point when that happens where they're like, "This is why cats don't mentor their own kits." And the implication there, because Sagepaw is being mentored by, I guess, his mom, the implication there is like, see, it's really dangerous to mentor your own kit because I guess you'll neglect them and then they'll die, they'll get hurt. Like, I was like, why are you bringing this up when he's like falling and getting hurt?
I thought it was because she was so upset she couldn't help him. Like, the other cats were like going to get help and she was like a mess, and so Leaf Star was like, oh, that maybe this is why, because if like you were in battle and your apprentice,
it hurts too much.
Yeah, I got emotionally.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. You just seemed so angry when you said it.
I'm trying to understand and I'm mad.
I don't think it's the cat falling down. I think it's because I didn't take a note on it, so I don't remember exactly, but I think it's after Sagepaw's on the ground and hurt, his mom, who I can't remember which one his mom is like screaming and like going insane and like not able to help him. And so then they're like, oh, Leaf Star's like, this probably wouldn't be good if it was a more time pressure situation, because instead of like tending to the cat, you're just too like worried, and so you're like, it's also, like, I can't operate on this cat because he's my son.
It's a big assumption on her part. It's some like real internalized misogyny. Like, all women would be like this. Fathers, no. Fathers do not do this. They don't care if their kids get hurt in battle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but I thought it was the reaction to the injury, not neglect.
That is like what the reasoning of the book is. I just think the reasoning of the book is bullshit.
Yeah, I disagree with that. Speaking of Sagepaw falling, though, there's a part where his leg is out of the socket and has to be pushed back in with Echo Song using her teeth to like wrench it back in. Yeah. Is this one of the more visceral books that we've read? Because I feel like there's so many things that like stuck out to me in this one specifically. Like the rabbit getting maimed, not outright killed. That's horrific.
It's rough. That was one of the notes that I took. That scene, it wasn't in the recap. So to clarify, it's the scene where Skipper and Misha, Dodge's mustache twirling henchmen, they're like cartoonishly evil. It's so absurd. They taunt and then kill a 2-leg pet rabbit and then try to blame Stick for it, I believe. And it is rough. I almost couldn't get through it. They're like playing with it in the cage, attacking it, and then slowly wounding it. It's screaming and trying to get away. It was bad.
They're tearing at its ears. It gets really graphic, and we had that. We had like Shrew Tooth's abuse being like
Yeah.
talked about. We have the two-leg kit's fucked up leg from falling down into the gorge there. Like these books are pretty graphic, which is part of the fun of it. I think it's like the fact that it's for kids, but it is like doesn't pull any punches that way. This one felt even more visceral. I think largely because of that the rabbit. Ugh.
I get the feeling that the super editions are targeted to a slightly older audience than the main books, just because they're so much longer as well. Firestar's Quest, I don't think was as much, but it had more like, we talked about the stuff with Firestar and Sandstorm feeling like a little bit more like, I don't know, like not adult, I guess, but more like
More mature.
nuanced, yeah, like mature kind of discussion. So that's the vibe I get for these longer books.
These are being written a little bit later too, is another thing to remember. So I do think, I already feel like they're aging up a little bit as they write the books. They know that some of their audience is aging with them. Firestar's Quest was 2007. This was 2010. So there's a few extra years of writing. I could see them just assuming that the audience is going to be older.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially because it's like a standalone. Like this one, I guess somebody couldn't read necessarily because it's a sequel to Firestar's Quest, but some of these super editions, I feel like you kind of could. What did you all think about the Daylight Warriors? Think it's good? Think it's bad?
I like the drama of it in the book, and I appreciated at least they're making a decision at the end. I think it's a bad one. I don't see how it'll work.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought the arc was going to be her realizing that she would have to force those cats to make a decision because it was not working.
That's what I thought too. Yeah,
so
especially
like,
with no,
this is the way it's going to be, and everybody has to live with it. Bad call.
Yeah. I hate to agree with Sharpclaw, who I hate, but I do think the Daylight Warrior thing's not a good idea. The Daylight Warriors are like kind of, some of them come across as like kind of like LARPing, like kind of literally they're like going out in the woods to like play pretend as warriors.
Yeah.
They
and then
don't
they go home.
Yeah, they're not personally invested in making sure the clan has what they need. They can't control how reliable they are. They were getting really mad about not being included in things, which I do understand because sometimes they were being purposefully excluded by Sharpclaw. But also it's like, okay, some of this stuff just had to happen and you
weren't there.
Not here at night.
Yeah. So they're choosing to be kitty pets still. And I just don't really feel like it realistically doesn't really make any sense, and they should kind of choose. They should choose whether they can't have a paw in both worlds.
Yeah, it feels like Billy Storm is probably what would make a lot of sense is if like once he has kits with Leafstar to be like, well, I don't want to be without my kits. I belong here in SkyClan.
Yeah.
So
maybe it'll be like Sasha and his two legs will die and then he'll just get to leave.
Convenient two-leg death.
Or maybe they'll go into Billy Storm's house, and I thought that the old horrible two-leg, at one point they say he like has a terrible cough. And I was like, is he about to have a heart attack?
I would claim that as a win. I would claim that as
he was
a
gonna
win
die.
On murder. I do love one of their other plans to deal with him, which is to dig a big hole and lure him into it. Which is a plan that Taylor and I came up with to deal with a bad neighbor's children.
I did that to deal with my brother.
I love that the cats are on the level of 6-year-old us.
Yeah. I literally had that same exact thought when I was reading that part. I was like, oh yeah, like me and Marco were gonna do to
a bad neighbor.
A bad neighbor.
This two-leg is a bad news.
A teen who was coming to our hideout and smoking cigarettes and drinking probably not even beer. I think they were just leaving pop cans around, but
like we kind of mentioned it, and this does come up a number of times, but how weird all of this looks from a human perspective. Both that and the kid rescue scene are
Yes.
amazing.
I loved the kid
Genuinely
rescue
so
scene.
good.
There's so much of that I was trying to picture, like being a two-leg walking in and seeing these things happening. The leg getting pushed back in Echo Song's jaw.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Just imagine trying to find your child and being distraught, and then some cat wanders up with her hat, her baseball cap, and then is like, leads you to a trail of her items. What runs through your head?
Is it crazy that I was like, I think if I was a human, I would be like, yeah, okay. I don't know, like that I kind of can see. Maybe my cat doesn't do that, but a lot of times she'll like wake me up and lead me to things.
That I
So
could see, but like a
yeah.
trail of items, I think, is where I would be like,
Yeah, I guess I would probably think, oh, my child like dropped this stuff like on the way and this cat is like bothered by it or whatever. Like that's kind of how I guess I would rationalize it. But I thought that the end of the book was going to have something where the two legs were going to like find the cat colony but like have a friendly relationship with it because these cats saved a child from death.
Yeah, and then that'd be a way for like the Daylight Warriors to be more like involved.
Yeah.
Like, they would be more easily able to.
I still don't think they're letting the Daylight Warriors get involved. Like imagine you have a pet cat, and you finally realize that your cat is sneaking out at night to go, or during the day, I guess. They're going
Yeah, that's the thing that's kind of weird. They're gone during the day.
Very weird. Yeah. Your
There's
cat's
some people who
sneaking
let their
out.
cats out during the day and then bring them back in at night.
I know, but imagine you find out your cat is going to hang out with a huge group of other cats in a
feral
gorge.
Cats and killing
feral
rats.
Cats, but with like weird organization, like very obvious organization, how they have everything set up.
The part where I think it was Clovertail curled up next to the little girl and was like, that's the best sleep I've had. I was like, oh, you should all have two legs. You shouldn't be living out here like this.
Oh, this is reminding me, tangential to that, this is the first time that we have POV confirmation that it feels good to be pet. Like that at that point, it doesn't. Lisa goes up to this kid and gets petted, and is like, "Huh, that actually is pretty good."
Oh, I wish Billy Storm would do this to me.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I have a handful of things I want to get to before we're done. Mark, are there stuff that we haven't gotten to that you want to get to?
Yeah, was Dodge all that bad? Is my big one. Like
Misha is the worst.
Yeah, they're awful. We see them like taunting, but Dodge just seemed to show up and be like, "Hey, you have to give me food," which is like not good, but also he's got a bunch of. He seems to just be like one of the like a clan leader because he's got a bunch of cats in the camp with him. They seem to be like there's a mother with kids they're kind of weirdly taken care of. Red is fully happy to go join them and seems to like have been fine there.
I thought that Dodge, in like one of the first chapters, I thought that Dodge moved into town and was like, you guys can only hunt during certain parts of the day, and we're like starving them, kind of. Like they were like moving in. And I think that Misha and whatever the other one were acting on his orders when they were framing. When they were like torturing the pets and stuff.
That's implied. Yeah, I just don't know if it seems any worse than like what any of the clans do on a day-to-day basis. Like literally being like, this is our territory and that's your territory is just clan relationships. So it's a little weird to be like, this one's evil though.
I guess he did like move in and kind of like it was pretty implied that like they had to be in hiding during whatever times he was like in charge, and he was living someplace else, but like in the city was keeping them from doing anything during certain times of the day. And like even when like I forget exactly what it was, but I know at one point it mentioned like the days were getting shorter, so they should have had more time to hunt, but he was actually claiming even more time that they weren't allowed to be out and about. So but I agree, they didn't really show Dodge directly doing that much, but I think it's implied at least that he's behind it.
Yeah, I don't think he's a good guy. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, he was actually the hero of the book. It's just weird that they were like, I don't know, he's what the climax ends up hinging on. Like, that's the villain of the book. And we don't even really see him do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely antagonizing the other cats there. Like, he's the reason why their area gets swept by the two legs.
Yes, and Percy gets taken,
Yeah, side note, the fact that Red knew about that and did not tell her dad, and
fucked up.
That's fucked up. She didn't come up with the idea, but she is responsible for the fact that Percy went to the cutter. Like,
yeah.
That sucks.
Again, though, I mean, from the cat's perspective, yes, but it's also pretty good for
good for the world.
Sure.
It's good for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was pretty bad. She deserved to die.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The part where Percy comes back, I actually have a clip of that part.
Oh, yeah, Melanie, you have all of these.
Yeah.
Okay, Melanie sent me a bunch of clips and said I wasn't allowed to listen to them.
So this one is the one that's labeled. That is when Percy comes back, Leaf Star, you know how like girls will bully where they're just like, okay, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, like you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
She gets mean girl bullied and she doesn't even recognize it.
It's so funny.
And it's so funny. I need you two to hear it.
And you found the fighting cats, Percy added. That's even better. We're not just fighting cats. Leafstar felt that she had to explain what it was like to be part of a clan. We live by the warrior code and train apprentices to hunt for the whole clan as well as to protect our borders. Snowy and Percy exchanged a look. That's nice, Snowy mewed politely, though Leafstar could tell that neither of the two-leg place cats understood what she was trying to tell them. Anyway, you're here now, Percy went on.
Anyway.
That's nice. Well, they're just not understanding what I'm trying to tell them.
I do genuinely love how much these books are like, these cats are weird. These cats are, to everyone else, these cats are a weird cult.
It's really funny.
McLeod Andrews will make some wild choices for cat character voices sometimes. And a lot of times it'll be a character who's only there for like maybe a line or so. In this book, McLeod is doing such a strikingly wild voice for one of the cats. And it makes sense, but also was just like really wild to listen to.
Okay. I'm playing the clip.
It'll be a good opportunity to see if the new dens will work for us. I want to sleep there too, Nettlecit announced, his tiny paws kneading the ground. So do I. Plumkit pattered up to Leafstar. We'll all go.
There was a clip that was kind of a trend on TikTok that was from the audiobooks. That's from one of the books we read where McLeod is like, yippee! Or something, like he's playing kids. Yeah.
Okay. You should just go through these 1 to 5.
Okay. So here's 2.
I'm a fox and I'm attacking the camp, he announced. Stay away or I'll rip your fur off, Plumkit responded.
Oh my gosh.
It's that horrible old two-leg, Rabbit Kid squealed. Yes, he's come to punish us. Plumkit bounced up and down in a mixture of fear and excitement.
Bounce.
He's come to punish us.
These cats, the voices have the vibe of like the kids from the old Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to find the TikTok audio and I'll post it in the Discord. Here's number 4 from the Melanie clipped.
This is the most wild
High-pitched
one.
squealing drew Leafstar's attention to the edge of the river. Plumkit was lying on her back with her paws in the air. I'm an injured two-leg, she wailed. Help me!
Why does that cat sound excited to be punished? Said Trainer Babies. That's what I was wondering too. Okay, here's the last one.
This is a little bonus.
It's not fair, Plum Kid complained. We never got to see the peas.
We never got to be killed. That's really funny. I can't remember what it was, but there was like a TikTok. I don't think it was like viral. I think I was mostly getting it because of Warrior Cats stuff, but a lot of people were using it. Also I noticed that, Trainer VB said his voice for Gray Stripe is just a choice, which I know, Melanie, you've talked about extensively.
Yeah. I listened to one or like I've listened to some of the books, but I can't quite get them on in physical edition.
First star.
His voice is so bad for Gray Stripe. It's I couldn't take it for a whole book.
Yeah, it's rough.
Rough, don't you mean meow?
It's pretty meow. It's pretty purr, actually.
Well, purr would be good. It's pretty hiss.
I feel pretty purr about it. And now it's grown on me.
Margo, I think you still have a couple more things that you wanted to mention.
From the manga, there's a manga at the end of our edition. But there's a brief little like epilogue manga. It's not really important. I just want to say the names Freckle Wish and Plum Willow are really good.
Plum Willow?
Freckle Wish and Plum Willow.
Yeah, so cute. Yeah, it's like a rabbit paw. It's kind of like a little tiny comic about Rabbit Paw, like not being made a warrior yet because he's not good at jumping into trees or something. And then it's kind of like the story of how he ends up becoming a warrior. It's pretty cute.
Aww.
I will say the art for it, bad.
Yeah, the art for it is really bad.
I bet I'll love it. I bet I'll be into it.
Look at these cat faces.
Whoa, 5 head cats.
Yeah, Leaf Star's head is like kind of dented.
Whoa.
That's strange. Why?
It's bad. What is happening there?
Holy moly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like an evil kitty pet that lies to them. Yeah. It's cute. I'll post some pictures in the Discord.
I have a question. Did either of you catch a vibe between Leaf Star and Korra? Because I got a little bit of a something there.
I wanted there to be one, but I don't think there is.
I think Korra's just very, I don't know, femme fatale coded.
Yeah.
Damn. I think I'm just grasping at straws. I just want there to be something.
You really want there to be gay content in this one.
Yay!
Fortunately,
you can't do it when she's talking because it confuses me.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, we got a remix. The last things on my list, I have stuff about like we had predictions that came true, which we kind of touched on, like the two-leg getting taught a lesson. But also the Romeo and Juliet sort of scenario with Red and Harley. Like we knew something like that was going to happen. I didn't know that it was going to end in death. I feel like we should have made a prediction that someone was going to jump in front of another cat's way at some point. But
I guess that is a Romeo and Juliet scenario because that also ends in death.
Yeah, exactly. My last thing, Leaf Star experiencing her own death was so cool. I loved it. I loved her getting to like not realizing what was happening and being like, oh, they're all crowded around. And like in that moment realizing with how Billy Storm was reacting to her dying.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in that moment she made the decision. She's like, fuck this. When I come back, like there's no way that we're not going to be together.
Yeah. I thought the Billy Storm Leaf Star romance was one of the better romances so far. Like I kind of clocked it pretty early on developing and the way they were interacting. The tension between whether they could get together was kind of contrived, but also kind of realistic because Leaf Star she's trying to figure out what leadership is. Like we've read 2 series of books that are about all these warriors, but she just used to be a rogue cat. So like all of this is very new to her. So I felt for her, even though she was frustrating. But I really liked that she ended with being like, no, I'm going to be with Billy Storm. I'm not going to put that aside.
Yeah, and that was my thing too. I really wanted to like, and I did like her. It was a frustrating viewpoint, but also
Yes.
I think she's an interesting character.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed her relationship with StarClan. Like, she did some stuff
Mhm.
that we don't see other leaders do. Like, she was offering tribute to them.
Yeah,
Like,
that was cute.
I thought that was really cute, and like was actively like saying prayers to them when she needed
Mhm.
help. It didn't feel like in the same way that other cats will do it, where they're like, StarClan, help us. Like, she was like
Mhm.
really talking to them, which I thought that was interesting.
It's also nice for Skywatcher to show up a couple times because he was so
Yeah.
great, and like the way that he was with her was a lot better than other StarClan cats where they're like, oh, like he was kind of more straightforward where he was like, yeah, you're doing things differently, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad, but like I don't really know either. Like he was kind of just like talking to her like a cat instead of a weird force ghost. which I liked. Speaking of
Yeah.
things we liked, are we ready to move on to the next segment?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
The next segment is lines we liked. Melanie, what lines did you like?
There's a line where Cherrytail says to MacGyver and Harveytail when they were just getting temporarily kicked out, she says, "You look as if you've lost a squirrel and found a beetle," which is really fun. I don't remember who was saying this to who or about whom at the end, but it says, "Looked like someone hit him over the head with a dead pigeon."
Mhm.
And then at the very end, when Snookthorn is deciding that he doesn't want to be a warrior, he says, "I have the courage to know what I truly am. I am a kitty pet."
Yeah, I really liked
Good for
Snookthorn a
you,
lot.
bud.
Yeah.
Good for
me
you.
too.
It really made me go, the other clan, the apprentices know when they're about to be made warriors. Like they kind of get a heads up and the
Yeah.
leader like goes to their
Yeah.
trainees. So yeah, Snookthorn being like, yeah, I'll take the vow, but I'm not sticking around. I was like, dude, you should have probably said something right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should have said something.
Instead of saying, I vow to protect the clan. My favorite lines, the cats at one point were talking about the necklace that the little girl dropped or that was in her backpack. And when they ask what it's for, Snookpaw, or I guess Snookthorn, or I guess just Snooky, because he leaves the clan, says, "Dunno, my two-legged female puts them around her neck. I thought maybe it was to stop her head from falling off." It's like, why do you think that? Is that something you've seen happen? And then when Leaf Star sneaks out to follow Sharp Claw to the two-leg place, a part of the description is, "The moon was a claw scratch low in the sky." And I thought that was very cool description of like a very very
good.
small moon. Oh, also it's a full moon tonight, so fortuitous. Melanie pointed that out.
Yeah.
Our gathering.
Buck moon. Margot, what lines did you like?
The one that Mel left for me is, "Sorry catches no prey."
Mm-hmm.
Good line. Just banger line.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start saying that to people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, sorry catches no prey. Mouse brain.
What?
This is jumping back to one of the other things, but one of the lines is, someone calls another cat a foxheart. I don't even know what that means.
Ooh.
Evil.
The context did not make it clear. Very, very confusing.
Evil and stinky
Anyway,
like a fox.
the other couple lines I did like. First, I think this is in the prologue. It's pretty early. Spider Star nodded, looking around the empty gorge. It was still littered with the lives of so many cats, with memories like shadows clinging to each rock and crevice.
Oof.
Really makes you feel the like dissolution of the clan. It's good.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That part was so sad. We didn't really talk about it, but that beginning was like, ugh.
Yeah. And what's your last one, Margot?
Yeah.
The best line I think we've had in any Warrior comic book ever, which is, "SkyClan is stronger for having Egg with us."
I hope Egg accepts a second part to the name.
No.
No, I want Egg. I want him
Egg.
as Egg forever.
If anything, I hope he doubles up.
Egg.
Yeah.
Egg. Oh my god.
I genuinely read this book and like jumped out of my chair. I read this line and jumped out of my chair. It was incredible.
Falling Orchids.
Yeah, I was going to point that out.
People joke that Foxheart means bitch, which is hilarious because there's a cat named Foxheart at one point. They just name a cat bitch.
Honestly, iconic. Which it means it was like Fox Kit, which is very funny.
There's Mudfur, so yeah.
True.
Foxheart, that's fine.
Melanie, what would you rate this book if you had to rate it out of some metric that differs between us?
I gave this book 6 out of 9 lives. I think this book had so much happening in it, and I enjoyed seeing clan life when they're not competing with other clans. Side note, the fact that Leafstar was trying to teach other cats about like borders and stuff. I'm like, actually calm down. You're alone here. Like, don't care about that. I liked Leafstar at a lot of points in the book too, but overall I found myself frustrated with her as our POV character. The fact that we were in her POV for the entire book was hard for me. Well, no, we weren't, because there's some stuff with with Stick. But I mean, besides that, it wasn't my favorite, but I did enjoy a lot of the things about it.
I saw on the wiki it said this is the first book that has 3 cat perspectives. I guess because the prologue.
The prologue. I saw that too. It's because we get a prologue with from another cat's perspective, and then like 4 short flashbacks from Stick's perspective. It's not.
I could have sworn that one of the second series books had 3 cat perspectives, so maybe I'm losing my mind. I thought there was one that had like a brief part from Brambleclaw and then Leafpool and Scrollflight, but maybe not.
I think you're right, yeah.
I rated this, a momentous occasion of me going against my own morals. I gave this 3.5 out of 5 blue stars. And I normally am very against half points, and so I really went back and forth about this. But I really liked the bones of this book, and it added a lot to the world in a fun way. I liked that it was very like this little thing, and then this little thing, and then this little thing. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun as like a standalone thing. But there were some missed opportunities for angst and really delving into things, especially with Red's death. I feel like that could have been a really memorable moment that kind of was just like, oh, wouldn't it be sad if this happened? And then it wasn't really afforded as much gravity and depth as it should have had.
It really wasn't. It happened in the last 7 minutes of the audiobook.
Yeah.
It's the very end of the book, so they just
yeah. So yeah, I think the execution left me wanting more, but the ideas I really liked. Margot, what about you?
Leave it to me to be the most critical. Once again, I gave it 4 out of 8 clans, tribes, and cats wandering dark forests. I went back and forth. I almost put it lower. I almost put it slightly higher. It's a hard one for me to rate. On one hand, I really enjoyed the actual act of reading it. I was into this book. I was enjoying it. I wanted to sit down and read it. But on the other hand, the external threats are so lackluster. Like, most of them are problems the cats pick for themselves. They're not like active threats on on them. A lot of it feels like it's simply written there to just pad out the page length because it's the super edition. And then the internal challenges aren't actually resolved. They're just declared fixed and fine now. I think I would have really liked this one if they could have pulled the ending together, if they had made all these different plot points, not even like relevant, but just the themes of the book, if they had really pulled it together. But instead, as is quickly becoming a complaint of mine, the last 20 pages are for resolving anything left outstanding and then putting a bow on it.
Yeah. I felt that more in this book than a lot of the other ones, even though that's consistently a theme.
This one really felt bad because the last like 30 pages, they go to Dodge's place with like 30 or maybe 40 pages left. It is less than a tenth of the book.
I think so, because I think I had messaged the group chat and was like, I have like 40 pages left, and they had not been to Dodge's yet, and I just had like one last chunk that I was going to read the next day. So Yeah. Yeah, someone pointed out if tonight is trainer VBs point out if tonight is a full moon, is this our gathering? And I said, yes, everyone air your grievances in chat. And they said, I have none. It's full leaf and the prey is running well. Yeah, if anyone has become a warrior or had kids.
Give us your warrior names and we'll save them.
Yeah.
My clan should expects another warrior by the next gathering.
What?
Strawberry.
Filler, he's we have an apprentice ready to become a
Oh,
warrior.
I thought you were like announcing you were like having a kid. I was like, this is
getting another cat.
Whoa. Do not bring Filler into this.
Whoa. Is August chiming in on the bingo board? I can't remember.
It should be.
It should be. Fallen Orchid says StarClan hasn't given me any messages. The herbs are great. Amazing.
Speaking of the bingo board, what's the last square that needs to be filled? Can we get it in?
I think it was a cat cameo was the last square, which I'm honestly tempted to give you.
Yeah, it was behind.
I think
Margo.
it just was not visible for chat because it's square and it was more off to the side.
Cat cameos.
Yeah, let's give Fallen Orchids. We'll give you cat cameo and whoever if somebody else has it as well.
I'd bring them on screen but they decided to finally leave me alone. So
I'll say go for consider you've got cat cameo. I think 2 people needed it, so let me know and say interrupting by putting up a finger.
There was a cat that went around on the desk over there behind you and then like through the curtains and came out.
My cat also scratched my backdrop and shook the whole backdrop, which I would also count as a cat cameo because that's as close to getting on camera as she'll be. I've been better about planning things for stream, so I have some more plugs. The first one is I'm going to be over on Nerds with Dice, another Twitch stream on Sunday, August 9th at 6 p.m, playing a nightly one-shot of Thirsty Sword Lesbians. And then on Monday, August 10th at 1 p.m, I'm doing on this Twitch channel an ASMR Lego stream because I hit some kind of goal a while ago and I needed to do that, so I'm doing that. On Wednesday the 12th at 8 p.m. EST. Sorry, Wednesday. Oh, yes, that's right. On Wednesday the 12th at 8 p.m. EST, I'm facilitating a stream of the TTRPG Dialect, which is a TTRPG about language and how it dies. So that will be cool. Friday, August 21st at 7 p.m. EST, I'm doing a karaoke stream to celebrate hitting 600 followers on Twitch. So shout out followers. That'll be fun. Maybe I'll take an edible. Maybe it'll be an edible and karaoke stream. Maybe Melanie will come over. Me just deciding. And then at some point this month, maybe this coming Monday, I am going to do a Clan Gen stream, which will be at my usual stream time, 1 p.m. EST.
If you do it Monday, I'm actually off. I can actually watch.
Okay, I'll do it Monday then. I'll make a note to for sure.
I'll pull up my life again.
Yes, everyone, everyone get in chat and we'll play Life Gen.
Tell us about your plans.
Or Clan Gen, I guess, and we'll have nasty little horrible things happening to cats. Well, kitty pets and warrior cats, that's our episode for today. You can find us online. I'm everywhere as Roll for Felicity, Melanie's Lemony Drews, Zay's Wild J Blue. You can also find Warrior Chats Pod on Instagram. We got banned. We came back.
They cannot keep us down.
I made a new one. It is spelled
Zuckerberg,
pod,
we're coming for you.
You heard it. The Zuck
don't say
warrior cats.
Don't say Zuckerberg, we're coming for you. We're going to get banned again. And it's really annoying to make an Instagram account and link it to my Meta account. It's really annoying to do. So yeah, follow us on Instagram, Warrior Chats Pod, just POD, and also Tumblr, Warrior Chats Pod. Until next time, may StarClan guide you and keep your eyes peeled for Shadow Clan warriors and also little girls who have broken legs and horrible old men. Bye!